Hello Bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. We are in fall mode. I have my very first fall candle being burnt. I put up some of my fall decor. There will be more to come. But today I wanted to hop on and talk about all the books I have recently purchased. So let's get into it. The first 4 books you have already heard me talk about, so I'm going to go through them very quickly. But they are some of the books that I've recently hauled, so I wanted to include them. The first one being Over My Dead Body by Sweeney Boo. This is a graphic novel about a young girl who is a witch and she goes to school that is specifically for witches. I got this recommendation from Liv's library and she said it was Harry Potter but for witches, so I instantly bought this. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about this because you've probably already heard me talk about this, but this is on my fall TBR and I literally cannot wait to read this. I might read the next Harry Potter book first and then read this and then see my thoughts. The next book is also another graphic novel and also recommended by Liv's library, and this is Pumpkinheads by Bo Royale and Faith Erin Hicks. This is a middle school graphic novel and it's about these 2 characters who have worked at a pumpkin patch together for years. They are now seniors in high school and about to graduate and go their separate ways, but they have one last adventure at the pumpkin patch they work at. This is also on my fall TBR and giving me all the cute, cozy fall vibes. I mean, obviously, look at it. This screams fall. So I got 2 graphic novels and I'm so excited to read both of them. The next book I got is, I still don't know how to say this, Pestilence. This is a dark romantasy. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say about it. It's basically about these 4 horsemen. They go to different parts of the world and try to destroy humanity, and I'm pretty sure there's like a really deep dark romance in it, but that's pretty much all I know about this book. I picked this up on a whim. It is a 4-book series, so if I like this one, I'm definitely going to be getting the other 3 books. The next book is The Lost Witch by Paige Crutcher. I'm currently reading What Became of Magic by her, which comes out September 26th. So I want to finish reading that one, and then this is on my fall TBR. I'll probably read this one closer to like Halloween because witchy vibes, you know. But I love this cover. I'm really enjoying her book that I'm reading right now, the What Became of Magic, so I'm sure I will enjoy this too. This says, a witch discovers that finding your way home is sometimes the most perilous journey of all. So I think basically she has a kid, the kid gets taken away, and then it flashes forward like 20 years. Oh, it flashes forward 100 years later, and then basically she has something special to her that gets taken away again, I think, or something like that. I could be totally wrong about that, but I got that. The next book is so exciting. I got this in PR from Celadon Books, Macmillan publisher, and the author, and that is The Fury by The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name, but I read both The Silent Patient and The Maidens and loved both books. So when I opened this package, I screamed. I was sitting outside with Chris and I was like, Chris, look what I got! And he was like, I don't get it. And I was like, all right, well, you wouldn't, but I absolutely love The Silent Patient. And if I know anybody that's like, what's a good book to get me into thrillers? Silent Patient. Because that shit is so good. That book reminds me so much of Asylum from American Horror Story, like that season. And I loved that season. That's probably my favorite season of American Horror Story. So when I read The Silent Patient, it was so similar and I was like, holy shit. So his books are like twisted. They are fantastic. So this one, it says, this is a tale of murder, or maybe that's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farrar is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know this story. You probably read about it all the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all of the necessary ingredients for a press sensation: a celebrity, a private island cut off by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight, our old friendships concealed, hatred and desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits, full of twists and turns, building to an unforgettable climax. The night ended in violence and death. But who am I? My name is Chase Elliott, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've ever heard. So, I literally cannot wait to read this. This comes out January 16th, I think, of 2024. And I am so excited to have an early copy in my possession. Like, this is my pride. This is my baby now. This will be treated like my own child. This is published by Celadon Books, which is a branch off of Macmillan Publishers. And I literally just cannot believe I have this book. Like, when I opened it, I literally was like, holy shit, like, dream goal achieved. So, got that. The next book was a pre-order that I literally waited so long for this. The second that I heard this book was coming out, I pre-ordered it. Like, literally no joke whatsoever. I saw that this was being published and I was like, give me it right now. And I had to wait like months for it. I don't even remember when I pre-ordered this. It was definitely early on this year. And I just got it like last week. And that book is Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is kind of like a spin-off of Inheritance Games. I thought it was like the 4th book in the Inheritance Games series, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like it's obviously set in the same world with the same characters and everything, but it's like a spin-off and they're kind of on a new adventure almost. So, 4 brothers, 2 missions, 1 explosive read. Grayson Hawthorne was raised as the heir apparent to his billionaire grandfather, taught from the cradle to put family first. Now the great Tobias Hawthorne is dead and his family disinherited, but some lessons linger. When Grayson's half-sisters find themselves in trouble, he swoops in to do what he does best. Take care of the problem efficiently, effectively, and mercilessly, and without getting bogged down in emotional entanglements. Jameson Hawthorne is a risk-taker, a sensation seeker, a player of games. When his mysterious father appears and asks for a favor, Jameson can't resist the challenge. He must infiltrate London's most exclusive underground gambling club, which caters to the rich, the powerful, the aristocratic, and win an impossible game of greatest stakes. Luckily, Jameson Hawthorne lives for the impossible. Drawn into twisted games on opposite sides of the globe, Grayson and Jameson, with the help of their brother and the girl who inherited their grandfather's fortune, must dig deep to decide who they want to be and what each of them will sacrifice to win. So it just seems like a lot more action, a lot more thrills, a lot more puzzles, and with all the same characters. Except for the other 2 brothers aren't really mentioned in this, which is kind of crazy. Like, why didn't they talk about the other 2 brothers? Just those 2. But so excited to have this in my possession. Like, literally so excited. So I pre-ordered this off Barnes & Noble and just got it last week. Next, we will talk about the 2 books I got from Book of the Month this month. The first one was an add-on, and I have heard everybody talking about this book, and my one friend read it last month, and I texted her and I was like, is it worth it? Like, should I really get this book? And she was like, yeah, it was fantastic, loved it. And then I actually just posted on Instagram my pictures of these 2 books, and somebody commented and was like, oh my god, that was a fantastic book, loved it, you're gonna love it. So that book is Lisa Jewell, None of This Is True. I just recently talked about this in a reading vlog, which you would have seen on Monday or Tuesday of the week that you're in. So I'm not going to talk too much about this, but it says, when a famous podcaster interviews a stranger promising to divulge the story of a lifetime, secrets emerge that threaten to expose the truth of the lives they both worked hard to protect and project. So I think it's it's obviously a thriller. So I'm a little hesitant about this one, I'm not gonna lie, because the last Lisa Jewell book I read, the last 2 I should say, The Family Upstairs and The Family Remains, were not it for me. Like, did not care for either of those books, would not recommend those books. But the first book I ever read from her, which was Then She Was Gone, was 5-star. Like, so fucked up and so good. So I kind of stand in the middle of this. I don't really have high expectations, but I also think it's gonna be better than The Family Upstairs. I'm hoping. So this was my first book of the month from Book of the Month, obviously. Thanks. The next one I'm like so excited for, solely based on the cover because it screams fall, and that is You Again by Kate Goldbeck. Does this not scream fall? Like, this is the most fall cover I've ever seen. I would be lying if I said I didn't specifically pick this because of the cover, and I know I can get some really beautiful pictures with this book once the trees start to change, the leaves start to change colors, but other than the cover, the story actually does sound really cute. It's about these 2 people on the front cover that at one point in their life hated each other because they were dating the same girl and sleeping with the same girl, and then years later their paths cross and pretty sure they fall in love, per usual. But this is like a thicker book. I think this is like almost 400 pages. This book is 410 pages, but you know what, I'm here for it. I'm so excited to read this. This is probably gonna be one of the books I read in September, and probably gonna be one of the next books I read. So that's my little book of the month haul. And then next I have 2 packages that I have not yet opened from Amazon. I don't know which one is in which. Let's open this one first. I ordered one, actually both books just released on September 5th, and this is the 6th when you're watching. No, this is the 6th when I'm filming this. It's way past the 6th when you're watching this, but this first book is one that was in my fall 2023 book releases that I really wanted to read, and I saw yesterday that it came out, so I instantly put it on my Amazon cart. They didn't have it at any Barnes & Noble near me, so I just ordered it on Amazon, and it had next day shipping, so I was like, whatever. And that is The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. I legit, oh, that's shiny. I love this cover. It's giving me like Harry Potter vibes. I said that in the fall 2023 release video because she's got like a symbol right here and she's wearing garnet and it's giving Gryffindor vibes. I'm sitting on something. So I can't wait to read this. This just sounds fantastic. So it says Radcliffe Prep, the 3rd most haunted school in the country where students' disappearances are uncommon and no one dares stays in the library after dark. Estee Logano enrolls with the hopes of finding her dead father. Not literally, of course. She doesn't believe in ghosts. Going to her dad's school just seems like her best hope at figuring out who he was. But then Estee meets Mateo, who is maybe, probably, definitely a real ghost, and an annoying one at that. When Mateo frames Estee for the theft of a rare book from the library's secret spire and then vanishes, Estee will have to track him down or risk being expelled and leaving Radcliffe early just like her father did. Except following her father's footsteps might be more dangerous than Estee ever anticipated. As she investigates the library with its secret passages, hidden tunnels, and haunted halls, she learns that the student disappearances aren't just myth. And if she isn't careful, she'll be next. This is moving, funny, and heart-achingly real. And it's Rachel Moore's debut. It's full of hope, great love that triumphs over even death, and the sparks that bring us to life after loss. Loss, not lost. Life after loss. Oops. Yeah, so I legitimately cannot wait to read this. This is probably going to be read in the month of September too. Thanks. All right. Next, I'm so excited for this one. So let me give you a little backstory. A couple months ago, there was this girl that I follow on Instagram who was talking about how she's releasing a book, and it's a horse-inspired book about a horse, a girl that's obsessed with horses, and she's in middle school. And I saw her like posting like spoilers about it and posting when it's like coming out, blah, blah, blah. And then she made a post saying like, hey, I need beta readers, I need people to send ARCs to, like, if you're interested, I'm gonna choose X amount of people and give me a reason why I should choose you. And me, I was like, this sounds like me in a book. When I was younger, I used to love riding horses. I rode horses for a couple years of my life, but then, you know, other things took precedent, and the people at the barn were like not the nicest human beings ever. So I was just like, I'm not here for this drama. I just want to ride horses. I still love horses. They are like one of my favorite animals. Fun fact, one of my dream goals in life is to foster retired racehorses and just like find them the best homes ever. And like, I want to live on a horse farm where I wake up every day and I'm just surrounded by horses. That's a reach, but that is like my life goal. So I like wrote all of that down in a comment on the post, and she chose me, but unfortunately I did not have time to get to the ARC and the early copy that she sent me digitally. So she has this all in a group message, and she messaged in it the other day and was like, just so you know, like the book is actually live on on Amazon if you want to get it earlier than everybody else. So me, I was like, yep, add to cart, check out. And I got the book today and I'm so freaking excited. I'm gonna stop reading What Became of Magic and read this because it's a short book. It's only 260 pages and like, it's like a middle grade, so the words are like not that big, but this book is Victory Gallop by Sarah Ward. How beautiful is this horse? I know it's an animation, but come on, I want him in my backyard. Oh, I am just so excited to have this in my hands. This has been like on my mind since I like won essentially the early copy of it, but let's read what this is about. So Gallop is a powerful debut about friendship, competition, and overcoming incredible challenges. Harper Hayes is just your average horse-crazy middle schooler. She loves to spend her free time taking riding lessons, reading about horse breeds, and helping out her coach, Miss Taylor, on weekends at competitions. This is me! Oh my god! If anybody that was friends with me in my childhood and still is, knows that I used to have so many books about horses, like encyclopedias about horses. Okay. She's made her first real friend at the barn, and Miss Taylor even offered her horse to Harper to ride at the upcoming fall horse shows. Harper dreams of hearing her name called in first place at a big horse show someday, but the universe hasn't been on her side. Harper has panic attacks, bad ones, and a fellow rider at her barn just won't stop bullying her. Harper wants nothing more to prove her worth and to overcome her panic attacks, but horseback riding is harder than it looks. Can Harper battle her personal struggles and finally make it to the winner's circle? Oh my god, I love this. I literally can't wait to read this. Oh, I'm so excited. So thank you so much, Sarah, for giving me the chance to read this early. I bought my own copy, so don't think she's paying me or forcing me to say these words. I literally just cannot wait to read this. Like, literally, I'm gonna start this tonight because I probably will finish it like quickly. Sorry, my neck hurts. I will probably finish this like in one sitting or two. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna live out my horse girl days through this book, and I cannot freaking wait. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. These are all the books I have recently bought in the fall months, and that will definitely be read in the fall months. Pretty much all of these are on my fall TBR, except for, realistically, The Fury I'm gonna wait to read until it's like December. And then The Brothers Hawthorne will probably make its way into my fall TBR, but most of these will definitely be read in the months of fall. The months of fall? The fall months, which is kind of scary because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 books in this stack, and I already have this. Let me show you. These books right here, all right here, fall TBR. Actually this whole pile right here, fall TBR. So I have a lot of reading to do and just not enough time. But thank you for watching this video. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Let me know which book you recently bought that you are most excited to read. And make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And thanks for watching. Bye.